children. Dear Philadelphia, this is how I'm feeling. Dear Philadelphia, this is how I'm feeling. And I ain't trying to preach, I was raised off drug dealing. Growing up poor, mothers couldn't
Hey,
feed their
hey,
children. My pops
everybody.
was doing time
Welcome
for
to
trying make
Everything
it to
Philly
a million. But the
Podcast,
job was
your
slave labor, and
platform
the
for
bosses tried to kill 'em.
information,
Working 12-hour
entertainment,
shifts.
and hitting some hard topics. I'm Sharice.
Lil Rob.
Welcome, everybody, another episode. So today, in lieu of Mother's Day yesterday, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I'm going to talk about Mother's Day versus Father's Day. Is there more attention given to Mother's Day than Father's Day? Is it a biased holiday, or is it equal?
Everybody know Mother's Day is more important than Father's Day in the world's eyes. Like, most fathers ain't in the household.
Okay. And because of that, mothers definitely have to kind of step up and attempt to fill the void that not having a man in the house does. So I think it kind of makes them feel a little bit more entitled to be acknowledged a little heavier. And some people just kind of go all out to show that appreciation.
It's not just that. I mean, more mothers is emotional to gifts, where fathers are hard. They don't even act like a gift mean anything. So most children pay attention to their mothers more than they do their fathers when it comes to buying gifts. Men are used to giving gifts, and a lot of people don't even know how to receive gifts on Father's Day and stuff like that. They like it to be acknowledged, but they don't make it a big deal when it comes to what should I get Dad for Father's Day.
Do you think fathers feel some kind of way that that day is not as acknowledged as Mother's Day? Or does it not matter?
I mean, most people in life is hypocrites. They say what they want, but that ain't what they really mean. So, in the heart, yeah, they want to feel that appreciation, that acknowledgement, but on the exterior, they hard. It ain't mean nothing to me. I don't need no dad or father. I'm a father every day, whatever the case may be. But yeah, inside they do. Even a phone call, I think it mean a lot to fathers.
So do you think you're saying mothers expect more on Mother's Day than fathers do on Father's Day?
I mean, of course I believe so, because mothers feel like they give every day, in and out. You know, dads is there to take care of the household and whatever the case may be. But mothers is they're them. So I think they definitely. I just don't believe that. I think Mother's Day has gotten carried away though, because I don't think that you should have to go out and do everything for your child's mom or your girlfriend because she got a baby because she's a mom. I think, Mother's Day is for your mom. That's what I think is you should go all out for your mom. Appreciation for how much she took care of you, how she made you into this world and the whole 9 yards. I don't think it's all about every baby mama you got or everybody you know that's a mom. That's the case. You'll be buying gifts all day long. You'll be spending your life for all the day trying to please everybody out there just because they're a mom. So I think Mother's Day is especially for your mom. Cherish your mom that day.
And Father's Day, the same thing?
Same thing, definitely.
Okay. I get that concept.
I think a lot of holidays is blown out of proportion and taken to far right for whatever reasons, cover up something else. I don't know what it is, but holidays is just holidays. I don't even think people celebrate the main holidays like they used to. So I don't know.
I do think holidays have become a little overrated, especially when you have people that are out here going into debt to try to accommodate those holidays or making unnecessary
Well,
sacrifices.
I heard you and my man speaking about what y'all talking about just now? What holiday y'all talking about?
Black History Month?
Black History Month. How do you feel about that? Y'all was talking about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think Black history, it should not just be that month only. I think Black history should be something that is the norm, just like the history of um, white people and all their inventions and discoveries, just as much as we had to learn about those things, and those things are pushed upon us every day. I think Black history should be the same, especially when, you know, the makeup of the population is predominantly Black. We definitely should be more culturally aware. So I don't think it should just be 1 month.
When
I
did
think it
Black
should be the norm.
when did Black History Month become a thing? Anybody got that answer?
When did it like recognized as an actual holiday?
Yes.
Um, no, I don't, but I'm sure we can get to it in a few seconds.
It hasn't been that long.
No, I don't believe so. I mean, it's been a while, but I don't think it's been something that's backed on our ancestral
Do you
time.
believe it made a difference since they came out with a Black History Month holiday?
I don't think it's made enough difference for it to be impactful. Otherwise, I think we would be a little bit more knowledgeable
What date y'all
about
get?
things.
1976.
1976. So
She's way farther than I thought. I'm thinking a few years ago. Tell you how much I pay attention. I think it's a sign of ignorance to me because they don't have a White History Month, and that's because they feel comfortable in their skin. They're comfortable knowing who they are, or their position in life. We don't know who we are in this world, and they act like we gonna just get them that, and all of a sudden everything is happy go lucky because they got a month now. Like, what do that mean? What do that really mean? Like, I haven't seen anything that changed my life in Black History Month.
I can completely understand what you're saying. For me, I'm not going to say that I've learned all my history through Black History Month. Absolutely not. But as an educator, and since I've been in education, I try to, when that month comes around and schools make a big deal out of it, I do try to make sure that the kids get something. So I'd like to say that it may not be impactful enough that it's affected like population as a whole, but if it reaches some of our kids, a few of our kids, and give them that awareness and them to understand their relevance, I'll take that win.
Once out of a year, like you giving the kids something to make them feel important one time out of a year.
I push it a little more, and that is not just one time a year. I think that's up to your educational system. I'm talking about what I've done.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying as a whole, like
No, 1 month is not
to
enough.
make a kid feel validated, we give them that month right there. And it's not even really the month, that day they talk about it, and every now and then it might be Black History movies going being showed or whatever kids, but there's nothing beneficial that comes from Black History Month that could make a big impact. Yeah, let me get it.
So apparently, after doing some further research, it first started off as Black History Week back in 1926, and it got expanded a little bit more in 1976.
Can you hear that? Can you hear him?
All right, so it started. So Black History originally started as Black History Week
Yeah, it started originally as Black History Week in
in
1926,
1926.
and it expanded into Black History Month in 1976.
1976, it expanded to Black History Month. So again, I'm not saying that that 1 month is so impactful that yes, it should be a thing. But what I am saying is, as a person of color, it's my obligation, and also as an educator, to try and get as much as across to our kids as possible. Not to give them validation, but just for them to kind of like understand where they come from. I don't think it's a validation tool.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying, and I'm not putting the focus on you. I'm just saying, to me, even growing up as a kid, I'm thinking about all that happened in school, Black History Month, or whatever. And I think it went in one ear right out the other. Like I ain't do no assignments, especially for Black History Month, or they might have asked me something, I did something stupid, but it ain't wasn't nothing that benefited me to say I matter in this world. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It should be something. You gonna say Black History Month? this is Black History Month, then everything should be directed towards making a kid or a black individual feel powerful. Like, this isn't for today, but this is the start of the rest of my sister's favorite line is.
Today is the first day of the rest of my life.
That should be it. That should be that impact right there. Like, I matter in this world. I'm gonna make a difference. It has to be something bigger than just saying, "Oh, Black History Month, we're gonna give you a bunch of TV shows and whatever else they give us." Because I don't even pay attention to it. It comes and goes.
I think that was the concept. That was a way to get it started, and I am 100% positive that it could happen. But it's not enough of us who are aware enough and who feel relevant enough to feed that
Because
to our
even the
kids.
movies they give out, like, why would I want to watch Roots? Like, I'm 57 years old. I never watched Roots a day of my life.
Me either.
And I think, when people try to make kids watch Roots, it's like, that's something scary. Like a white man hanging me or dragging me by a horse. Like, I'm making that, really, you making that white man feel more powerful by making a kid or somebody watch that movie. Either you making it more powerful or you make it more hateful. Right? It's nothing good in that movie to sit here and say, my ancestors was, what?
Right.
Like, I haven't seen a Black History movie that they show every Black History Month that's powerful. Like, it's all of them is bull crap. Like, it's still pushing you down further and further and further.
I just don't think that we have enough of us pulling together to make that impact and to feed the kids in impactful ways. And that's why it's going over everybody's head. And that's what the other people want. They really don't want us to be aware. They really don't want us to grasp this knowledge. So because it's going over our heads, because we're settling for the one time a month, it's fine with them. But it's going to take all of us to come together and push it, or it's going to be just like what it is, just another month.
I mean, and the sad thing is, like, when we want to come together, we can come together and make some stuff happen. We can have the Greek. We can have like these picnics in the park. Like, hey, let's get together and we gonna party. But why we just can't get together and say we gonna make a stand? And listen, I believe in those higher powers. Don't get me wrong. Like, I believe they think when you get too powerful, then they got the power to shut you down. We'll never be as powerful as them, but we can be as powerful as them in our own realm. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we can make things happen for us without interrupting what they got going on. Because what they got going on really don't interrupt what I got going on. Like, they do what they do, and hey, so be it. That's your world. Like, ain't nothing I can do to stop that. But I'm gonna be powerful in my world, where it don't affect y'all. Where y'all ain't got to send the black ops and whoever to come and make sure my brakes fail and whatever the case may be.
But that's not gonna happen, and they know it's not gonna happen because our people don't come together like that.
It can happen.
It can.
It can happen.
That's
It
what
don't
I
have to
said.
be a worldwide thing. It can start from a little community, a little neighborhood. When you make a little neighborhood grow and y'all support each other and help y'all go to the next level, we don't need billions of dollars. That's when you start infecting their world. But, let's just be happy. Why we just can't infect our people with happiness and just keep moving forward instead of taking us down every single day? That's what life should be about from here on out. Like, let's just infect our people with happiness. And let's not infect them with you got to have money or you got to have this or materialistic stuff. Let's just infect our people with
Uplifting and
happiness.
encouraging each other,
That's it.
supporting each other.
Set a goal where it's 5 times a day, you got to do something to make someone else happy, not for yourself.
Just to make somebody smile, like
Just
a
a
compliment,
smile, yes.
or just ask them how they're doing.
I was driving down Huntington Park the other day, and I'm watching. There's a lady right beside me, and she just listened to the music. Then all of a sudden, I see her put her head down, and she just shake her head. So I blow my horn. I say, "It's going to get better." She said, "Huh?" I say, "Don't put your head down. It's going to get better." And she just smiled. It's like just like that, it changed. Just to be acknowledged.
They had some videos some time ago that had went viral where people were just like randomly riding around the city and they were just stopping random people and just giving them compliments or just have a great day. And the videos went viral because people were so shocked and the response that they got. Like people actually smiled and people were like, "Oh, okay, thanks." Um, it was a big deal.
Because most of them are saying, someone really paid attention to me. Someone noticed me. Maybe it isn't that bad. It could be the simplest thing.
Just a simple word of encouragement can make the difference in somebody's life.
Another holiday.
Another holiday
Yeah.
that's overrated.
Yeah.
Um,
Give me one, fellas.
St. Patrick's Day, I think, is overrated. You on a black holiday or just a holiday in general?
Holiday that affects us.
Well, you know what? We're not. I'm talking about Cinco de Mayo just because it just passed, and I think we party just as hard on Cinco de Mayo as the Mexicans do. They go all out. Everybody talks about Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Mayo.
You see our tablecloths.
Right.
You
See the decorations.
The decorations.
Ain't nobody in here Mexican.
But it's because that's what we want to do. We want to party and wash away all our pain.
But
I don't know what our pain is, but that's what we do. We know how to get over stuff with chemicals. We don't know how to work it out to do better, but we know how to wash it away, and hopefully the next day could be better.
But it doesn't, because it's a temporary wash away. And then they have this thing that when you drink too much alcohol to try to wash away your problems, they have this thing called Sunday scaries or Monday scaries. And it's when you've consumed so much alcohol the night before, you've done something to your nervous system, and then you wake up and your heart is racing, you're jittery, and you're trying to figure out, like, why do I have this nervous feeling? Did something happen? Did I do something? And they call it Sunday scaries or Monday scaries. And it's really the alcohol that's kind of like shutting your body down or shocking your body. So you're making things worse.
So what is it about us that finds all the negative in life? What is it about us? Is it because they didn't embedded that fear in us since childhood?
I don't think it's just us. I think
it's us.
Handle things differently. I think the other people have their issues too. And listen, Mexicans are known to get drunk and do some very vulgar sexual things. White people,
I mean, they
get
consider they
pissy
consider
drunk and
them
want
like
to
us.
fight.
I'm definitely not putting white people in our category. Not at all. Nowhere near.
So, yeah, we have white people that they just do different things to try and mask their pain. They use you got the meth heads and they shooting needles. I mean, look at Kensington.
Yeah, a lot of Kensington is not really white people. They're really poppies and a lot of blacks.
But it's a lot of white people.
But then you're not talking
that
about
population to not be known to
nowhere
be
near the majority, not even a quarter near majority. Like, you got to look at it as a whole. When you talk about race, you got to look at it as a whole, not a tiny percentage of what they're doing, the bad people doing. You got to. I might as well say we billionaires, because we got a few black billionaires now, but they don't even make it. They don't put a dent in there.
I think we should look at it as a whole. Why are people resorting to alcohol and drugs to mask their pain?
I'm not even talking about the alcohols and drugs. I'm saying in general, us, like, why we find the negative in life. Everybody, number one statement is, I just want to be happy. How do you want to be happy when you just want to be somebody else? Because nobody is who they say they are. Like, then you run through the problems because you're always trying to be somebody else, or you're trying to mask something, and then you run through the problems and you wonder why you can't be happy. You get into a relationship and bam, you the perfect person for you. Now y'all been together for a while and you start to see little different things shifting. You be like, well, why is it like that? Because I wasn't really into it like that in the beginning, but I feel this way now. I deserve this and I deserve that. Well, why didn't you just come out in the beginning with that? So it wouldn't hit me so hard right now, because I got so comfortable with the person who I thought you was. But I thought you just wanted happiness like me. I don't get it. Like, everything is so fake. Why is that? I'm talking to you. You in this audience today. Now you ain't got nothing to say?
No comment.
But it's bad. Like, I don't know. What's so hard with being real with yourself? With being who you are?
Because a lot of times people just don't like themselves.
I know, but why is that?
Because if I had to say, when you see someone else
I need to get
successful,
you a mic.
when you see someone else successful, you want to be successful yourself. It's like you just seen the next person make a million. Now you want to make a million, but you don't know how to make a million.
But is that million in your scope for happiness, or is that million in your scope just because you've seen somebody else make the million? Like your happiness is not the same person as that person happiness that made the million. He might that million that he made might be to give his mother the money for breast cancer that make him feel whole again. But your million might be for you to go buy a Maybach and a diamond chain and a Rolex and to look sharp. So just because you've seen somebody do it doesn't mean that's your right.
You're not wrong there.
Huh?
So you're not wrong, but it's kind of like saying it's like if everybody was completely on equal terms, and I say completely from a financial standpoint. Let's say everybody does make your average that you're supposed to make just to
This is my
survive.
video guy talking like he comes up with all the answers when we stuck.
Like if everybody just came up with the average, like every single person from a janitor to a doctor just made your typical $100,000 a year. I mean, would everybody be happy with just that?
We
Or
had
would
this
some
argument.
people want to make
We
more?
had this argument already. Would $100,000 be enough for you to be happy for the rest of your life? $100,000 a year.
I mean, you see Chick-fil-A workers, they be smiling. They be smiling.
Hey, listen,
It's
I
their
see
pleasure.
my mother. I see my mother who worked a 9 to 5 all her life, and she's the happiest woman in the world. Like she gives her soul away if she could, but it's not about money to her. Like she found what it is within, and that's what I'm saying. Like why we can't find what it is within? Why don't we have more? Well, I can't say we don't have because we do, but we don't pay attention because we got speakers that's out there that's giving you a better way, but the better way don't work for people. They want to go the negative way.
I would say because everybody's idea of happiness is different.
Exactly.
I mean, your idea of happiness might be just the fame. My idea of happiness would just probably be a $30,000 camera.
But you don't have to put the word happiness on it. It could be somebody giving a motivational speaker giving you the key to success, and then that success could bring you happiness. Like it may not be monetary things. It could be just a way to wake up every day and realize that you have control of the next 24 hours before you wake up to the next day, and you're going to do things the way you want to do it, not what they expect you to do.
Now, is that the true idea of success, or is that just
No.
Success?
Well, to me, mine is yes, complete freedom to do whatever I chose to do all day, every day, because that's the only thing that's going to make me happy. Not being on somebody else's schedule. I've been there before. I know what that's like.
And you know what that sounds
I
like?
know what that's like.
It sounds like a financial guru who says that every single time.
What?
Do you want financial freedom to not have to be on someone else's time?
No. I ain't saying financial freedom. I said freedom. That means everything, not just financial. That means everything. Because most people's life is ran by where you at financially.
But what's going to take care of the mortgage at the end of the month?
Might not have a mortgage.
True. Some people.
You might not have a car note.
Some people might be fortunate enough to have a good car, and some people might be fortunate to not.
So you may not have them problems. So when you say who's going to pay for it, because that's what I'm saying. You ain't worried about what's making you get out there every single day to do what you got to do. Now you have to take a job because you have all the responsibilities that you created. Nobody ain't give them to you. You created them.
Is it fair to say that the only reason some people,
Is it fair to say that I can't hear you, that you need a mic?
Yeah, I wish I did have a mic. Is it fair to say that people created those situations only because that's probably what they need to do in order to achieve what they're trying to achieve? Like you got people.
No.
You don't think so?
No. You think people created them finances because they needed that to get to where they need to be?
Well, that's like any entrepreneur. Like, you don't think that people had to go on the hole first before they can actually make what they need to
I
make?
think that's an entrepreneur that had a plan to get to where, but he ain't put himself in the depths of life because he just want to look good or he just want to have. He may be sacrificing other things to get where he need to be later on. That's not most people plans. Most people plans is right here, right now. I don't care about tomorrow. I'm going to satisfy myself right now. Them bills tomorrow is tomorrow's problem.
Nah, I could definitely agree to that because people do that very, very often.
Very well.
They do it very often.
But I can't talk to you no more because our audience can't hear you. This is a one-on-one conversation between me and you. And any other time, you got a big mouth screaming, I think this and I think that. Now you act like you kind of shy because you could have went and grabbed a Mike Easley video guy.
I'll add it in there somewhere.
So anyway, I mean, those are the problems in life. Like until we really find out who we are and get comfortable with who we are inside of our skin, I think things will make a difference then. No matter what holidays, no matter what you're going through in life or whatever the case may be. So when we get a couple people in here that's comfortable in life and we get a couple people in here that's struggling in life, then we'll have that blend to have a deeper conversation.
Sounds good.
So until then,
Like,
subscribe,
follow,
share, comment.
make sure you comment.